Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today's video we are doing makeup. I am not going to make this intro very long-winded just because makeup honestly takes me a long time and all my makeup videos seem to be really long, so I don't want to like prolong the intro. But basically we are going to be doing a celebrity's makeup today. Is this look right here from Miss Kylie Jenner. It is basically just a brown smoky eye with liner, very full coverage base, blushy cheeks, and a very pink lipstick. That is what we are going to be doing today. So we are starting with base. Kylie is very matte, which is not something that I'm into that much, but obviously for this video I will have to be into it. And another thing about her is her skin looks so plumped and very moisturized. So we are going to use two things. We are going to use my Wellness Skin Food. This stuff, oh my god, unfucking real. And this is the MUA Makeup Academy Pro Base. It's basically just a moisturizing primer. I'm going to put this one on first and then this one. Okay, so while I am waiting for those products to sink in, I am going to start on my eyes. Like I said, her eyes are very neutral. There is nothing like majorly exciting going on. We are going to start off with a bit of the P. Louise base. Now when I say a bit, I literally mean the smallest ever bit. I did use it to carve out my brows, because even though her makeup is like very simple makeup, it's all extremely seamless. I'm just gonna pat that along my eyelid just to cover and get rid of any discoloration, and then I'm gonna go in with my Rebelluna Oro 8, and I just actually used a peaches and cream flat top concealer brush just to apply it, and I am just gonna pat that down and buff it in. Okay, so now that I have that neutral base to work on, like I said, her eyes are very neutral, very plain. I'm taking the Cash Beauty Secret Treasure palette. I think this palette for this type of look is perfect. And I'm taking a Rebelluna or 20. I am gonna take the shade Burnt, which is this one up in the corner, and I'm literally just gonna put that all over my eyelid. Okay, so now that the brown shade is all over our eyes, I'm literally just going to take a flat packer brush, and she doesn't really have much else going on with her eyes. Like, there's not really any dimension, but one thing I did notice is the inner part of her eye is actually a bit lighter, so I'm just going to take a bit of my MAC Mineralized Skin Finish in medium, and I'm just going to just pack this in on the inner corner just to give that bit of brightness. So now moving on to eyeliner, I'm going to take this Essence Liquid Ink eyeliner. I'm really bad at doing wings, so I'm probably going to pop off and do this because there is not a hope of me getting this right if I do it with the camera in my face. I swear to god, how long that eyeliner took me is actually a bit of a joke, but we have it done. They are not the same, they're not on the same level. It's fine, okay, we're gonna get over it because I am not sitting here for another however long doing it. We're moving on to the base. Now the base for this makeup is very matte. It's very flawless. I'm going to do a thing I never normally do, which is color correct. I'm using this is the Pro Conceal from LA Girl, and it is just in the green correction version. If you can see my skin is having a hard time lately, specifically up by my eyebrow. So we are going to take a bit of that Pro Conceal on a little brush, and I am just going to work it into anywhere where I think could do with a bit of color correction, especially under my eyes, because like I said, this makeup that Miss Jenner has on is absolutely flawless. Okay, so now basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a brush, I'm going to bounce that colour corrector in, because if I just put foundation, or I'm going to be putting on my Charlotte Tilbury Flawless filter, you are literally just going to see green patches if I don't just bounce a brush over it, just to kind of blend it in a bit. Base products, starting off with this Charlotte Tilbury Flawless filter, and I am just going to apply that all over my face. This is going to give us that seamless like base to start with. And to blend that out, I'm taking my Rebelluna R11, and I'm just going to bounce that back and forth into my skin. This is the foundation we're using. This is my newfound love, Charlotte Tilbury Flawless filter. Oh my god, mine is in the shade 5 Neutral. And I am just going to take my favourite ever brush, which is the Revolution 302 brush. This brush is literally brilliant. And just going to buff out that foundation and just spread it around my face, and if I need to add more then I can. So that one pump of foundation is actually going to do it, because we are going to build up the coverage with concealer and contour and stuff like that. So I'm going to start my concealer. Her under eyes, as I can remember, are very, very bright. Yeah, she is very, very bright under her eyes, on her chin. She has loads of blush, and like obviously she does have contour, but it's not like extremely visible contour. This is my favourite concealer of life. This is the e.l.f. 16-hour camo concealer, and I actually got a new one today, and this is the shade, what shade is this? Light Sand, and the new one I got is Light Peach. I'm going to take a mixture of the both of these, so I'm going to put some on my inner corner, some on my chin, put a small bit here, here, down the bridge of my nose, my forehead, and I'm going to put a bit here, because it seems to me by looking at that photo is she does more of her kind of highlighting with concealer, because she doesn't actually look like she has like shimmery highlight on. It just looks like most of her highlight is done with her concealer. And then I'm just going to top it up with this lighter shade. And the first thing I'm actually going to do is take my concealer brush, and just so I don't end up ruining the eyeliner, is I'm going to do my concealer for this part of my eye with my brush, like I said, not to ruin my eyeliner. Okay, so the concealer is now all added and all blended in, and as you can see I left like, you know, that visible concealer line, because in her photo you can still see the concealer line. And now we are going to cream contour. For cream contour I'm taking the Charlotte Tilbury contour wand, and this is in fair to medium, and I am just going to put some dots very high up on my face, because that's where I feel like she is contoured very high up on her face too. And I always contour this bit of my face. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a small little buffer brush like this, and I'm going to take the smallest bit and I'm just going to run it down the sides of my nose. Okay, now that my contour is all done, we are going in with cream blush. Her blush is very, very pinky, so I think it's very pinky, but at the same time it is quite muted. So I'm gonna go in with the smallest bit of this. This is the Mitchell Sweet Cheeks blush, and then I think I might pop over the top of it a bit. This is the Peaches and Cream Tutti Frutti cream blush. Okay, so that is my blush applied. I actually just went in with the Mitchell one because I think the Mitchell one gives me kind of what I was needing. I thought it was going to be a lot more of a brighter pink. So we're going to start setting our face now and layering powders back on. For under my eyes, I am going to take this. This is the Laura Mercier loose translucent powder. I'm actually going to take a sponge and pack this under my eyes. I'm just going to buff out any creases first, and then for the rest of my face I'm going in with Charlotte Tilbury Flawless Finish powder, and because that gives me a bit colour payoff, I'm just going to use that everywhere else just to keep it very, very full coverage. Okay, so for powder bronzer we are going in with this Essence Sun Club matte bronzing powder, and I'm just going to take a smaller brush just like this one just to bronze, because like I said, she definitely has bronzed but it's not as noticeable as her blushes. Okay, so now that my bronzing is all done, we're going to go back in with blush. And for blush I'm going to take this is the Carter Beauty Cupid palette, and I'm going to take the two top shades because her pink is, or because her blush is definitely more pink. Basically just going to intensify that blush again. I know it looks like a lot of blush, but who cares? Okay, so one step I am going to do to the eyes is she has a bit of a golden shimmer right on the inside there. I am going to do that, and to do that I'm going to take a very small brush, and from the same Cash Beauty palette I'm going to take the gold right in the middle of the palette here and just pat that on. Okay, so before we do our setting spray we are moving on to lips. Okay, so I just went off and did my lips. Kylie's lips are definitely a bit more pinky than mine, but I did try I used like a pink lip liner and a pink lipstick, and it was too much. So what I ended up using was the MUA Makeup Academy, where is it, lip liner in the shade TLC. It's just very nude lip liner, and then I ended up using the Carter Beauty lipstick in the shade Saoirse, which is my absolute fave. And now to set this all, we're going to use one of my favorites, which is the MAC Fix Plus, and I'm just gonna let that sink in. Oh, this is the finished look. I think this type of makeup is absolutely stunning. Just absolutely flawless base, really simple, easy eyes. I feel like this could literally be worn every day, or it could be worn to like the likes of a wedding. I will leave all the products I used down in the description. Thank you for watching, and hopefully I will see you all in the next one.